More than 80,000 tech employees have been laid off in 2025 so far. Yet the same tech companies are hitting record high valuations and secretly hiring like crazy. To understand what's really going on, I spent a day digging deep into the job market data, insider reports, and hiring trends right now. The truth, while most people are panicking about AI taking jobs, there's a massive opportunity out there that 90% of the developers are missing out on. So in this video, I'll be sharing exactly what I found, what are the roles that are exploding in demand, and what is the number one skill for you to have in 2025. Let's dive in. So 80,000 layoffs across 170 plus companies. That's the official number out there. But the actual number of layoffs can be well above this number. Why? Because a lot of times companies will give you an option कि या तो आप खुद resign कर लो या फिर we'll lay you off, which is not exactly an option, but if you choose to resign, that is technically taken as a resignation. Microsoft alone has laid off 15,000 employees this year, while TCS has laid off 12,000 employees globally. A lot of big tech companies like Amazon, Meta, Salesforce have all executed mass layoffs. But what's the reason behind all these layoffs? Everyone is saying AI is taking our jobs and that is why we are no longer needed, and so the layoffs. But the actual picture is more nuanced. Definitely roles like data entry roles or admin roles, which can be easily automated, are being laid off because of AI. But for software engineer roles, that's not the complete picture. The tech CEOs are saying that they are laying off because they want to do cost cutting so that they can invest more in AI advancement and research. And how is all this shifting the culture inside the companies? Well, as someone working in one of the big tech companies, I have seen the culture shift firsthand. Inside all of the tech companies, the leadership is promoting the use of AI to automate tasks and increase the overall team performance, which means developers are being asked to use AI to write code better as well as faster. And with layoffs happening left, right, and center, the pressure is definitely increasing. Tech roles are no longer stable as they once used to be, and you will need to work way harder than before if you want to stick around. कुछ साल पहले तक they used to say that big tech companies like Microsoft, Goldman Sachs, ऐसी companies में अगर आप job कर रहे हैं and you're not really performing 100% but you're doing an average job, you can still stick around for a few years. They will not lay you off. But that's not the scene anymore. So what does this mean for you? Is the tech landscape changing forever? Are software engineers not needed in these companies anymore? Yeah, has it become impossible to become a software engineer right now? Well, that's not true. Because if you see the hiring pages of all these tech companies, you'll see these tech companies hiring like crazy right now. They're even paying 2x, 3x, 10x the salaries to get the best AI engineers out there. So the companies are laying off their low performers, but they're also looking for really good engineers who can help them in AI advancement. So what is changing essentially is the expectations from an engineer who's about to be hired in these tech companies. And let's now discuss what are the shifts in the hiring trends. How are the expectations changing exactly? Number one, companies are now looking for more experienced engineers than beginners. So until a few years back, what used to happen is these tech companies, when they hire an engineer, they didn't really expect you to know everything about their tech stack when you enter their company. So for example, an XYZ company is working on .NET tech stack. They won't really hire on the basis of whether you're already experienced in that tech stack or not. They'll ask you to join their company, take 6 months, ramp up on their tech stack, understand the entire CI/CD pipeline, how to code, how to push code, how to deploy to prod, and then start contributing to their team. Well, now the expectation is changing where the companies are expecting you to start contributing within 1 to 2 months of joining their team. As the pace of technological advancement is increasing and AI is enabling us to work faster, companies are henceforth expecting more experienced professionals. Number two, the demand in roles in AI, ML, big data, networks, and cybersecurity is exploding out there. Even for software engineer roles, they are expecting AI literacy. They are expecting you to know how would you use AI in your day-to-day work to deliver faster and better code. Number 3, while researching, I also found that according to the World Economic Forum, the most sought after core skill in 2025 is analytical thinking, which means that companies are not just looking at what technical skills you have, but also how are you thinking, how are you solving problems. So if you look at it, companies are not relying on AI to solve real world problems with practical solutions. They're still depending on human beings to do that, as human beings are more capable of looking at a more nuanced picture and having practical solutions. At the same time, they're expecting human beings to give a practical solution and then take the help of AI to implement that solution faster and better. Considering all of these changes in the job market, how can you prepare better as someone looking for a tech job or an internship in 2025? Number 1, if you're looking that companies are only hiring experienced professionals, you can try to gain some experience on your portfolio by doing internships as well as freelance projects. The freelance projects will not only help you show some experience, but also you will learn about how to build for real world scenarios. There's a big difference between building a college project versus building a freelance project for a customer facing product. When you're working on a college project, all you're caring about is whether my code works, whether the functionality that I want to add works or not. But when you're working on a freelance project for a customer-facing product, you have to think about other factors like scalability, reliability, performance, etc. So even if these internships or freelance projects are paying you less in the beginning, do start with these before you get your first tech job. Number 2, no matter what role you're preparing for, you have to keep yourself updated with the AI advancement. You need to know what are the latest AI models that are coming out and how can you use AI to your advantage to do your work better and faster. You should have basic AI knowledge of LLMs, how these models are working, prompt engineering, etc. And you can easily get these information through YouTube videos or free courses that are provided by companies like Google, Microsoft, or also more courses on Coursera. Number 3, if you're preparing for a software engineering role, do focus on code reviews and debugging because you will be using AI to generate a lot of code. So you should be able to review that code and also debug it if it has any errors. Also, don't forget to include AI in whatever projects you have on your portfolio so that you can show yourself as an AI knowledgeable engineer. And most importantly, focus on analytical thinking. Analytical thinking is the reason why I always advise students to work on data structures algorithms. So when you're learning data structures and algorithms, one way definitely could be where you just practicing questions on LeetCode. आपके पास कोई भी question आ रहा है, आप उसका solution देख रहे हो, उसको learn कर रहे हो, रट्टा मार रहे हो कि ये question ऐसे solve होगा, and then you think you are prepared. But the right way to do this is whenever you come across a new question on LeetCode, you actually spend time thinking what approach can be used here to solve this question. You try approach number 1, you see, okay, this is why this approach does not work. Then you try another approach and see why that does not work. And then you try a third approach which might work or might not. इस way में you develop your analytical thinking, your critical thinking skill, which is the number 1 skill for you to have right now. So again, if you're preparing for software engineer roles, start with data structures algorithms because they will teach you how to think. And once you learn that skill of problem solving, then you become an invaluable software engineer for any company out there. Remember that the tech industry is really volatile and it always has been. It goes through ups and downs every few years. There's some time when the companies will be hiring like crazy and some time when the companies will be laying off like crazy. But this is cyclical and it repeats every few years. So what's important is to keep your head down and keep upskilling yourself so that you become the top runner of the candidates when the companies are ready to hire. That's all from my side. Do subscribe to our channel, and if you want any more such videos, do let us know in the comments. Thank you.